Thunder fans all over the world are connecting through the We Are Thunder hashtag. Fans from all 7 continents have submitted pictures via Twitter or Instagram showing their Thunder pride. It's one of many ways the Thunder has gone global. Welcome back to Thunder Insiders. We continue to take a look back at training camp. We're now joined by Nick Gallo from Thunder.nba.com and Matt Pinto, of course, the voice of the Thunder on the radio that you have heard all preseason long. So, Matt, let's start with talking about how this team wanted to be better at rebounding. They talked about during the offseason, coming into training camp. What have you seen from the defensive side as far as how this team's boxing out early on?
Well, you got to look at, I think, the way the team's constructed, Leslie. They're long. They should be a good rebounding team, but they're built to collectively rebound. That doesn't happen unless you pay attention to detail and are fundamentally sound. Boxing out your man, this team has been much better in that regard in the preseason. Now they need to carry that over with consistency into the regular season. But, Nick, I think that when you look at this area, if they can punctuate their initial defense by going to get a missed shot, they're going to be so much better offensively and on the defensive end as well.
Well, offensive rebounding has been key for them as well, and that's counterbalanced that defensive rebounding. They've been able to score more second chance points, which is really helpful. Those easy putbacks are really good for offenses that maybe aren't shooting so well from the perimeter. They're 3-1 this preseason when they score more second chance points than their opponent, so you can kind of see in the numbers why that's really critical.
Well, Nick, all of these guys are rebounding well, but now how are some of the bigs becoming a focal point of the offense and becoming facilitators for the Thunder?
The Thunder runs so much pick and roll, and really the NBA runs so much pick and roll. So a lot of times what happens is when the ball handler is double teamed out top, the big man is open sort of at that free throw line area. The nail is what they call it. And so what happens is they'll get the ball there, they have a decision to make. Do they shoot? Do they pass? Do they dribble? And what the bigs are doing for the Thunder is making those decisions in a much more efficient way, and that's really been helped out by the spacing of the rest of the players on the floor. It makes those passes super easy and the decisions really, really simple.
A lot of times you see Steven Adams make that point pass to the corner. The man in the middle of the floor has got to facilitate the ball from one side to the other to make the defense move. And when you do that, you create seams to drive and create open shots.
Well, here's Coach again and Nick Collison talking about how this is opening up corner threes and other shots for the team.
I think it's a product of us continuing to evolve and get better. I think we had 8, if my memory is correct. We had 8 corner threes, which is a high number. And we want to continue to do that. Those are great shots. Those are shots that you should be able to make 40% of the time.
Nice little pick and roll action turns into a skip pass. Adams for 3.
With the way the NBA is, we play so much pick and roll. We do too. Usually you get 2 defenders on the ball, and that first pass out is usually to a big, and you have to make a decision. So we work on that a lot. Gotten a lot better in that over the last few years, and it's a big part of what we do. Well, I think it's important to have multiple playmakers, and Serge is added to that. Nick has made a jump last season at that spot with him in the lineup, and he has a good relationship. Hopefully he can continue to have one with our wing players, but Serge has improved in that area.
And guys, another thing we've really seen in the preseason is the opportunity for guys like Reggie Jackson and even Serge Ibaka to be the guy late in games in the fourth quarter. How valuable is that experience?
It's invaluable. Aside from the final preseason game, Reggie and Serge finished every game, so they're looked to stabilize what's going on with the younger guys on the floor, and I think it's going to help them during the regular season. The other thing that it adds for this team is that you never know in the league when an injury might nick you for a period of time to a player you rely on for leadership. Now these guys, I think, have a better sense of if somebody goes down, that they're looked to shoulder a bit more of that load.
All of that responsibility now is just going to pay dividends later when they're called upon, even when Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook are on the floor.
All right, well, from Tulsa to Phoenix to Wichita, guys, rest up, get your voice healthy. It's time to go next Wednesday. Thanks for joining us.
Ahead on Thunder Insider.
They are definitely more strong all the way. Helping everybody really helps one another. It's been a blessing surrounding by these people who love one another.